Welcome back. About 6 months ago, a crew of 7 astronauts and cosmonauts launched to the International Space Station. Aboard the ISS, the Expedition 69 crew conducted experiments that focus on biology, Earth science, and human research. And joining us from inside the ISS with the best out-of-this-world view, flight engineer Stephen Bowen and Frank Rubio. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us here in Houston.
Hey, Lisa, good morning and welcome to the International Space Station. It's an honor to talk to you.
Oh, likewise. The honor is all ours here at KPRC2. Thanks for taking the time. We'll jump right into this. How would you guys describe your mission over the past several months in terms of both challenges and what you guys have enjoyed there?
Yeah, so I'll start. I would say it's been extremely exciting and incredibly busy. We've had lots of spacewalks, a lot of maintenance, lots of science. And so, yeah, every day we have lots of work for each of us to do. But it also makes the time pass quickly. And it's also exciting to be a part of this incredible team that's contributing to the benefit of humanity and lots of discoveries that we're making up here slowly but surely that will hopefully help our life back on Earth.
Absolutely. And Stephen, let's talk about the spacewalks. And I love how the microphone's just floating between y'all. That's fantastic. You both have been on spacewalks. Stephen, what do those entail? And why are spacewalks so critical to the overall mission here?
Well, the International Space Station was actually designed to utilize spacewalks to build it and also to maintain it. And that's where we're at now for the most part. We're maintaining and improving the systems outside when we can, or if there's a failure, we can go outside and repair them. But a spacewalk is not a simple thing. It starts with usually months and months of planning and defining the choreography for the spacewalk itself. And then we train it. In the shuttle days, we would literally train that spacewalk. We don't have the luxury on the ISS. So a lot of these procedures that we're seeing parts of for the first time. And so we have to assemble the choreography up here. And the team on the ground and the team up here, it's an amazing thing to watch as everything comes together and we're able to execute these incredibly complicated maintenance and improvement tasks.
Yeah. And Frank, you are going to hold the record for time spent in space here. You will spend a year when you finally return home, if I'm not mistaken. What does your research and your overall experience mean for long-term space travel?
Yeah, Lisa, so hopefully that'll be the case in about a month and a half. So I think it's really important because there's only a handful of us who have been here this long. And as we transition to exploration deeper and deeper into space, humans are going to be traveling in this environment for much longer. And so it's really important to see how we adapt, how our bodies respond to this environment, to study that and see how we can optimize our performance up here so that when we arrive at the moon and then hopefully in the near future to Mars and then onward so that we can still perform the jobs we need to do to perform the science, to do the maintenance that we need to do as astronauts in those different places in our solar system.
And Frank, can I ask you, how has your body responded to being in space for this duration? Have you noticed any changes?
Yeah, a little bit. So far I think it's responded pretty well. Obviously, some of the major ones are you get some major fluid shifts because of the lack of gravity. A lot of the fluid that you would normally hold in your legs comes up to your upper body. So in a way, you get rid of some of the wrinkles that you might see because of the extra fluid in your face. But otherwise, our trainers do an amazing job of keeping us in shape up here. We do about 2 hours of exercise every day. And that's a lot of that resistance training in particular is to maintain the bone strength that we would otherwise lose. A lot of our bone density is due to the fact that we're just standing and walking in our day-to-day activities back on Earth. And we don't have that here. And so we use that resistance training to make up for that impact. On the flip side, it's really important to maintain cardiovascular health. And so we'll do anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes of either cardio on a treadmill or on a stationary bike to maintain our heart health.
It's fascinating. It really is. I know you guys have been on a media blitz here lately, not only talking to reporters, but also to school-age kids from all over. So what's that been like, talking with them about your experience? And I'm also curious about the questions they've had for you guys.
It's always a pleasure to talk to students and see their excitement. You know, every child is excited about space exploration, and you know, the importance of our STEM fields, and keeping the kids interested in that, and making sure that everybody understands that that's really how we develop a better future, is to ensure that we have the next generations of researchers and scientists and engineers and explorers to really carry forth mankind from where we are right now.
Yeah. Frank, do you have any questions from the younger kids that stick out in your mind?
Well, you know, just yesterday, actually, I was talking to a group of kids, military families and their kids, younger kids. I thought I had the two best questions I've had yet. One of them was if I'd seen a T-Rex in space. And unfortunately, I had to say no to that one. And then as I was talking about how beautiful the oceans are, one of the little girls asked if I had seen any mermaids from up here. So again, both negative answers, but I just thought it was wonderful to hear their imagination and their curiosity.
For both of you, what are you looking forward to most when you finally return home?
Yeah, so we'll both be going home within the next month or two. And, you know, I think the most exciting part is obviously seeing our loved ones and then just being around our friends. But I think for me in particular, it's going to be getting to be outside. I've been kind of cooped up inside for about a year now. You know, I had the chance to do 3 spacewalks, but they were early on in my mission. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to being outside and just smelling the grass and being out on the trees, and maybe hopefully getting a few hikes in the mountains.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we certainly appreciate your service and your dedication. Flight Engineer Stephen Bowen and Frank Rubio, thank you for your time from all of us here in Houston.
And it's great talking to you, and always a pleasure. And we're looking forward to getting back to Houston soon ourselves.
All right. Safe travels, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
This is Houston ACR. That concludes the event. Thank you.
Thank you to all participants from the Weather Channel and KPRC station. We are now resuming operational audio communications.